Perfect.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
For those of you up there, you did a great job. Before I begin, I have to tell a little story. They're already in panic. Several weeks back, I received an email from the chair of the department, Dr. Downing. And it stated that the students had requested that I say something at their graduation. I'm wondering, would I do that? When I read the email, I thought, is this a joke? There can only be two possibilities. Dr. Downing is showing early signs of Alzheimer's. Not realizing who she's asking to speak at the university graduation, right? The second was, if the students actually made that request, they were probably in their pharmacology class and doing a little experimentation. A couple weeks later, I got an email from Dr. Downing again that said, hey, you didn't answer. What's up? You gonna do this? So at that point, I figured Dr. Downing didn't have Alzheimer's because she remembered she'd sent the first email and she was asking. Because asking me could be scary. Her blood pressure's up right now. And second is I figured she would figure out also if the students were somehow pharmacologically altered when they made that request. So I said yes. So here I am. And I'm honored to be asked. And humbled. Thank you. However, there's a second part. The second part is that the second email that came to me said, I would like you to do a 45-minute talk to send the students off to the world of physical therapy. But when I arrived, I found out the email on the 45, there should have been a hyphen. It should have been 4 to 5 minutes. So graduates, I'm here to tell you that I had a song that I wrote for you, and I was going to sing it, but we don't have time. And given that on a stage, I love to dance. I was going to do a little dance in celebration. Come on. Once again, we're not going to do that. We don't have time. So I guess we'll have to see what I can fit into that 4 to 5 minutes. I'm sure you're happy there's not 45 minutes, because that would be like a whole other class with me, right? Yeah. What could I share with you in such a short time that could be of value, and most of all relevant, to what you're about to embark on? That thing of value and of relevance, in my mind, is passion. Passion for your patients and passion for your profession. And the passion that will drive you from here on. I know you thought the tests were over, but I have a test question for you right now. What are the two things that differentiate doctors of physical therapy from the rest of the medical profession? We all have these. We're all smart. But do you know what the other thing is? What are the two things that differentiate us from all other parts of the medical profession?
Love connection.
That's right.
I didn't hear that right.
Love connection.
The love connection. It's these hands. These hands can be your valuable tool. It's like the lightsaber for the Jedi Knights. And with these hands, it allows us to become the Jedis of medicine. When you use these hands to touch someone in a caring, compassionate, and healing manner, magic happens. And that magic heals. However, I've been doing this for over 30 years. That magic has to last. In order for that magic to last, you have to believe. And if you're familiar with the Christmas story, the Polar Express, if not, buy it. It's good season pork. In that story, it tells you, if you believe, you can hear the Christmas bell ring. But once you no longer believe in Santa, you can't hear that Christmas bell. Well, in our profession, you can lose the passion. When you leave this hall, you're going to go make a decision on a job. And that decision might be made for money, because Lord knows you have enough debt, right? But that decision itself can become your first barrier to keeping the passion. When you make that decision, make the decision if it's the money or it's the job that will help you as a professional move forward to help your patients. And there will be many other examples of things that will eat away or attempt to eat away at your passion. Soon, healthcare legislation demands on you for productivity, daunting paperwork, doesn't matter what setting. Family commitments. You might even have a lousy boss, or worse yet, a lousy coworker. All of these things can steal the passion for what you do. And when that happens, and it takes that away, you're no longer living the life as a professional. A doctor of physical therapy is a professional. And you are now part of a fabulous profession. When you lose the passion, you now have a job. And just in case you didn't realize it, you could have gotten a job without coming to Chatham. And parents, you didn't have to pay all that tuition. But what you came to Chatham for was a profession. And you got it. Last year, I gave you something. I saw it on the slides. It was a lemon. I didn't share with you then. But this is what a lemon looks like 33 years later.
Wow.
This lemon is meant as a reminder to look at each and every one of your patients over the rest of your career as an individual and see their uniqueness. It is a reminder to look at each individual and know that they're unique from all the others, just like your lemon. Remembering this will help you from falling into the trap of heaping all those patients together as just another total knee, another workers' comp patient, another geriatric. Because as soon as you do that, you fall into the trap of just having a job. Today I'm going to give you something else. Today I'm going to give you a book. Don't panic. You're not going to get a bill, parents. Not another one for Chatham. This book is for you all, and it's on me. The book is meant to remind you of the power that you have. The name of the book is a book that I use in my leadership class. Yet if you go to the bookstore and you look under leadership, you won't find it. You won't find it there because it's a children's book. It's called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed. And the book's going to tell you and remind you of the power you have to change the world. In this book, her ordinary deed changed the world. And you're going to be in the clinic, you're going to be in your office, you're going to be in the hospital, and you're going to be treating patients every day and creating that magic. And that magic is the start to changing the world. You're going to create that magic using your brains, like everybody else in medicine, but also these hands. The book doesn't take long to read, so once you're done, you put it on the shelf. But I want you to go back and take it off the shelf and read it again to remind you. And if you at some point are blessed to have children, I want you to read that book to your children. And then when they're grown, put it back on the shelf. And then once again, take it off the shelf every once in a while and read it. To remind yourself of what power you have and how your passion will change the world. So every day, I want you to look at your lemon and remember each and every person is unique. And when you leave here, I want you to engage every single one of your patients and celebrate their uniqueness. I want you also to use your hands in a caring, compassionate, and healing way so that you can share the magic lovingly. So go, use your passion, create the magic